Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. I just want to remind everybody, first of all, before we get into this video, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you would like to join me for that, I look forward to seeing everybody. And we're going to be discussing a couple of different things. One of the things I want to discuss is obviously the situation in which is going on over in Israel right now, because it definitely can affect us, because we can get dragged into that. Also, we're going to be talking about are things being orchestrated on purpose, and we'll get into that as well. I wanted to show you, so here we put up a new fence and actually extended it into this part here, and we planted the other three grape plants, and they're three different kinds. And then we got the other ones, and then this way, this fence is higher, as you can see, and so I got it, we put it from there. I just figured we would extend it, and this gives these guys a better opportunity to grow up even, to a higher level. So, and that's how much of that fencing I had, otherwise I would have gone the whole way. But, so that's gonna, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, and then I said, well, I'll just extend it, and I think that is the better way to do it. We planted onions through the center, and then we planted green beans on both sides in this bed. So those just got planted today as well. I'm going to get into the topic here in just a moment, guys. I just wanted to show you what we were working on today. So we're going to go over here real quick. And we planted the blueberry bushes. So I planted those in this area. This is an area that gets a good amount of sunshine. They like the rocky soil. They do really, really well. So there's the 6 there. And then we planted, these are the smaller ones over through here. So there was 6 of them as well. We're going to keep this here area open because this is actually going to be a path. There's going to be stone through here because Becky utilizes that, as well. So when we get the next load of stone in, we'll be doing that as well. Also, if you guys remember how tore up this whole area here was, I had the blueberry bush was here and everything was torn up. So I replanted that blueberry bush here because they had put that pipe in through this area. And so I leveled it out and replanted that. So these 2 are also blueberry bushes. Then I just want to show you one more thing. So we've been busy this morning. We're getting to it, and I wanted to get all these things in and planted. So then the leach field, this is like the line over here. There's all the 3 lines are this way. So what we did on the outside of this through here, we just planted 8 of the red raspberries. Now, the black raspberries grow like crazy through here. They're unbelievable. They grow all the time. So we didn't have to plant any of those. But we figured, well, we'll throw some red raspberries in here as well. And these will just spread and take off. And this is an area where we'll just let it go ahead and become overgrown with the raspberries. Okay, so let me turn this around so you guys can see me. This one's going to be a good one, guys. So today's actually the deadline, and a lot of you are going to have no idea what I'm talking about, unless maybe you live in Canada. Governor Whitmer up in Michigan, in her infinite wisdom, has decided, now there's no threat. Let me just put this to start with. There is no threat of this happening, no intimate or immediate warning signs that this could be an issue. But there is, hold on a second, I want to get my stuff here. All right, I'm going to take my glasses off so I can actually see. All right, so in November, Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, announced that she was revoking the easement grant to the Enbridge, okay? So Enbridge is the oil company up in Canada, and they're through the pipes, they're shipping oil down. It goes through underneath the Strait of, let me just see if I do have the Strait of Marinak, and I probably am butchering that, but the number 5 pipeline crosses underneath that strait. okay? And she's saying there's a possible environmental disaster waiting to happen. Now, first of all, the company had a grant or approval of a $500 million tunnel that they want to tunnel underneath there, okay, and run their oil lines underneath in that tunnel. Because in that way, the concern is that boat anchors could hit the pipelines and rupture the pipelines, and they could have a major spill, okay? But here's the problem with this whole thing. The number 5 pipeline, which ships all this oil up from, they've been doing this for 67 years, okay? So the oil is from Western Canada, comes through that pipeline under the, for the underneath the Great Lakes and all that type of stuff. It goes to oil refineries in Ontario, all right? And so they've had this easement, they've had this agreement going on for 67 years that we would be able to do this or whatever. Now here's the interesting point of this. If there's going to be a change, they actually have to give them a 10-year notice that they're going to stop this. Whitmore decides this in November, basically saying by today, May 12th, that they need to shut down this pipeline. Well, Canada said, no, we're not shutting down this pipeline, because what this pipeline, where it's going into Ontario County, it produces half of the gasoline for Ontario and Quebec. So I want you to think about that. If they shut down this pipeline, you're basically cutting off supply of half of Quebec and half of Ontario counties or provinces up in Canada. All right. In order to continue to have that oil transporting, if they shut down this pipeline, okay, they would have to use the equivalent of 800 rail cars in 2,000 trucks each day to move the oil. So let's think about who would benefit. Who would benefit from the oil having to be going on the rail cars? Who is it? Probably the same guy that benefited from the pipeline being shut down, the other Canadian pipeline that they were having come down. The same guy that benefited from them. I wonder if that would be the same person benefiting. See, the bugs are starting now. So, anyway, wouldn't shock me. I did not look that part of it up, but there's a huge issue with that, okay? So today was supposedly the deadline. The Canadian government has asked a court to put an injunction and a stay. Both sides are supposed to meet again on May 18th. They basically have stated that they are not going to shut down the number 5 pipeline. Whitmore has threatened to go after the profits of the company. Imagine that, right? So, it's just the whole thing is an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess. But if they shut down the pipeline, it's going to cost thousands of jobs, number one. Imagine that again, right? And also, that oil still needs to be transported. And again, I'm going to say this number again. 800 rail cars and 2,000 trucks each day, which would be, and so think about all that would be used to move that, where it could be easily moved through these pipelines. And again, the company has also agreed to dig this tunnel, $500 million to dig this tunnel, just to be more environmentally sound, to make sure that there wasn't any accidents. In my opinion, and I'm just giving you my opinion, I think they should be allowed to continue to do that, have a timeline in which they need to have this tunnel dug in place, and have the oil move underneath there, so there's not going to be any more environmental issues. That would be the thing that I would say. But again, to end this, they need 10 years if they want to withdraw from this easement agreement that the government has, with the Canadian government has with Michigan. Obviously, this is causing tensions. Again, more tensions with the United States, with Canada. It's like, if you cut off, well, you look what's happening right now. We've just had, our oil supply for the East Coast for a lot of states have been cut off. A lot of gas stations are out of gasoline. They still do not have it back online. They're saying that they think they might have it back online by Friday. And that's moving 2.5 million gallons of oil a day. Oh, and the other thing that is moved down through this pipeline is natural gas, which is used in Michigan. So that's another part as well of the thing. So a lot of issues, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A lot of politics involved, and I'm sure pockets have been lined and people are making money off of this. And again, I want you to look up, and this is like homework for you guys, so if you want to look this up, who owns the railways in that area in Upper Michigan that's going to benefit from that oil having to be transported through the rail cars instead? I think you'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. I'm not going to say because I don't know 100%, but I have an idea who's going to be making money off of that if that pipeline is shut down. A lot of politics, a lot of games going on. Again, and somebody's always making money. When they're screwing somebody else and in stopping things from being done, somebody else's pocket's getting lined. Always is the case. It's always going to cause more problems. But you know, that's what's happening right now up there. So that is a big deal, obviously. You know, because hopefully, you know, like I said, they basically have said they're not stopping or they're not shutting down the pipeline, and they shouldn't. There should be more transparency. There should be more working together, you know, especially when they're basically saying they're going to be building this tunnel again. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I know I have a lot of Canadian viewers that watch the channel, and there's some major issues here going on. And you know, again, this governor up in Michigan overstepping her boundaries, and you know, trying to screw you know, these people when they're. I mean, now let's put it like this: if the pipeline was leaking, if there was, you know, immediate concerns and issues that this was something that would happen very soon, then I get that. That's a different ball game. But when you have somebody, you know, basically throwing their authority and their power around to try to dictate what is and what is not going to happen, that's a problem. That is a problem. So, but I want to hear also what you guys think of this area here being utilized for the blueberry bushes. It's not going to interfere with the tanks at all, and I think it's a good spot for them. Plenty of sunshine in this area, and once I make the path through here, which I will, I do plan on getting more blueberry bushes, and I want to get the more of the mature ones. So here's the difference. So here's a mature plant that cost me $13. Okay, so think about this: $13, already blossoms, which means we will get blueberries this year. And this here, okay, and this one here, and this one here, these cost me $8. So these 6 cost me $8 a piece. Those ones cost me $13 a piece. I should have been thinking more clearly and gotten more of the mature ones. I may still go down and pick up a few more of the mature ones. They're going to be like, okay, so those 2 bushes over there, I got blueberries off of them last year. And that was the second year that I got blueberries off of them, and we planted them early on again. They were like these. So these ones here are going to take forever, which it happens. But I definitely want to get more of these kinds so we have more blueberries coming in. I want to put some more over in through this area and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's that. I definitely want to hear your feedback. I definitely encourage everybody to join me tonight for the live stream. We're going to have a good discussion, which we always do. So we're going to try to couple different things. I think some things are being orchestrated on purpose to drive oil prices up and gas prices up, you know, to perpetuate that whole new Green Deal and, oh, we got to go with electric cars and all this nonsense. So we're going to talk about those things. Maybe that'll be the focus, and we'll definitely touch on the whole situation over in the Middle East as well. So anyway, join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll have that discussion. Feel really productive with what we got done today. You know, getting these done, getting the grapes in as well, getting the raspberries planted. So that's always a positive thing. Helping ourselves, you know, getting so that we can be more self-sufficient and have other ways to have food on the property, just growing naturally. All right. I will see you guys all later. I will see you tonight. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's important to tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Also, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? It's like we're sitting in the shade. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Again, I think I just said that. But anyway, also remember STD, guys. Step, thing, and day. So one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. All right? I will see you all tonight. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. What's up, babies? Good puppies? Huh? Just chillin'? Just chillin'? You good girl, Hella?